beautiful people. So today we are talking about why summer classes are the plug, baby. The plug. I had to make this video with an outlet close. Y'all see this right here? This is my plug-in. Had to make this video close to an outlet, baby, because I'm about to plug y'all with the keys about summer classes. I know y'all probably wondering, like, where's your Michigan State stuff? Like, what's going on? So this shirt that I have on was the logo and advertisement for Hannah Lofts. And this is a housing complex. It's an apartment complex at Michigan State. They have really nice apartments. It's pretty expensive, but they actually are really nice apartments. So if you're interested in the Hannah Lofts, I will leave their information in the link below. Summer classes for me was just the best pro-up that there could have ever been while I was in college for a multitude of reasons. And to be honest with you, it's the reason why I actually ended up graduating in 4 years, because I figured out how to finesse. If you're not taking summer classes already, I'm gonna go ahead and throw you the alley-oop on why you should start, or maybe why you should consider it. So if you're curious, just keep watching and we finna get right into it. Summer classes. Let me tell y'all what I know about summer classes. Summer classes for me were just a great way to finesse. They were easy. Summer classes were easier than taking a class in the fall or the spring, mostly because, one, I'm the type of person, I like to hurry up and get stuff done. I like to do it right, but I don't like to spend a lot of time with a long, drawn-out class. So summer classes were perfect for me. In my experience, my summer classes were 6 weeks, and it was just a great way to cut down on the fluff that I felt was in the majority of my fall and spring classes. Now, during my summer courses, I did notice quite a few things that I really did like. In comparison to my classes during the fall and the spring semesters, one, my summer classes were a lot smaller in the amount of people that were in the class and the types of material that we covered. Summer classes were just better for me because it was a smaller environment. It was a lot more focused, and I felt that it didn't have a lot of the unnecessary things that I felt I went through with a fall or a spring class. I also felt like my summer classes were a little more fun. My professors were kind of like, you know, it's nice outside, so we're gonna try to get through this material and leave early, or, you know, we would just do stuff because of the weather. We would have class outside. Some of my English classes, we would go and read under the trees and have our class discussions outside. It was a great way for us to still enjoy the summertime, but also still be in class. I felt that the flow of students for office hours was definitely a lot better. It was a more one-on-one environment as opposed to it being like an appointment feel with the fall and the spring semester, and those oftentimes felt very rushed to me. I actually got to know my professors better by having them in the summer than I did with having them in the fall. I just felt like my summer courses were a lot more relaxed. There's still a lot of rigor that is involved with those courses, but I feel like summer classes just get to the meat of it. Fall classes, they stretch it out and they got to put all this fluff in here, and you know, you still have quizzes and exams and things like that during your summer courses, but they're just not as intense as it is in the fall or in the spring. And that was just what I experienced. I mean, for some people that may not be their story. This definitely differentiates between majors. It has a big impact on how people perceive their college experience based on what their major is. Me, I was an English literature major with cognates in criminal justice and cognates in human development and family studies. Now, I used my summer session classes to finesse my fall and spring classes, and this is how I did it. So we're gonna do a little math here. Hope y'all can keep up with me. In order for you to get a degree in 4 years, you essentially need to take 15 credits per semester in order for that to happen. So knowing that 15 credits is actually a lot it's a heavy course load. It's a very heavy course load. I knew that that wasn't something that I would be interested in. Now, for an average person, you need 120 credits in order to receive an undergraduate degree. 120 divided by 4 is 3. Now we're going to add our 0 on there because, you know, that's basic math. You know, you divide 120 by 4, you get 30. So, and then you divide that 30 into 2 because you have 2 semesters. So your fall semester, you should be taking 15 credits. Your spring semester, you should be taking 15 credits. That gives you your 30. You on track to graduate if you got your 30. However, knowing that 15 credits per semester would be too heavy of a load for me, what I did was I took the minimum requirement for me to be full-time, which was 12 credits, which isn't that bad of a course load at all. However, I would use the summer to make up for those credits that I didn't take during the fall. So if I'm taking 12 credits in the fall semester, that means that I'm not taking the 15 and I have 3 credits that I'm not taking that semester. If I do the same thing in the spring semester, I take my 12 credits and then I also have my 3 left over that I'm not using. Now I'm off track. But what I did was I used my summer to fill up those 6 credits that I didn't have. 3 credits from my fall semester, and I have 3 more credits from my spring semester because I only took 12 credits. So now in the summertime, I'm going to take, at the very least, I'm going to take 6 credits just to make up for not taking 15 credits in the fall and not taking 15 credits in the spring. And it just lightens my load and it gives me time to focus more on my degree. As a lot of you may know, I took a year off from college to get in-state tuition, and having that terrible freshman year, I had to basically start over. So I needed to take summer classes in order to, 1, catch up, 2, graduate in 4 years like I wanted to, because I didn't want to spend 5 or 6 or 7 years in college. I just did not want to do that. Again, like I said, I don't really like things that are long and drawn out. I'm trying to figure out how I can finesse, how I can do it right the first time, and how I can get it out of the way. So for me, those summer classes were a great way for me to do that. Also, too, one thing I really like about summer classes is that it's the same material, it's the same amount of credit that it is during the fall and the spring. It just has all the fluff and extra added stuff taken out. It's an accelerated course, as they say online. It's an accelerated course, so it does move rather quickly. And that pace was just something that was good for me because it kept me busy. Now, if you know that you're not the type of person who likes anything fast paced when it comes to your learning, you definitely should kind of be a little bit more cautious. Or if you do take summer courses, you should pick ones that require you to like read or write a paper, because those things you can do in still enjoy your summer. You know what I'm saying? Me having a math class in one of my summers, that was 5 credits. So for me, that was a lot, on top of working, on top of having another class. I had 2 classes, but one of them was an elective. So it was just like all I had to do was go there and participate. So I was okay. But my 5 credit class needed a lot more of my attention. And it was just one of those things where I was like, okay, I need to make smart decisions. 5 credits is a lot to take on, and if I do poorly in this class, my GPA is gonna suffer significantly. So knowing that, I kind of just made sure that I was like, look, let me take my time with this. So me taking that 5 credit math class during the summer as opposed to taking it in the fall semester, it was a great way for me to have a one-stop shop and get that requirement taken care of. And then after that class, because of my degree requirement, I didn't have to take any more math classes. So look, it was a great way for me to pro up. I definitely think that other people should look into taking summer classes because they're just a lot more condensed. Classroom sizes are smaller. It's a little more fun. It's a lot more relaxed. There's not half as much fluff, and you get the same credits as somebody else who took that same class during the 18 weeks or 16 weeks during the fall and spring semester. You take it in 6, you get them same credits, and it's probably going to be just a little bit easier because it's all being done in 6 weeks. So by the time you tired of this class, it's almost over, and you really just have to tell yourself, like, so close to the end, let me just hold on and I'm gonna get there. And to be honest with you, I did that every single summer. Also, I know people who use their summer courses to go on study abroad, so it was a great way for them to finesse their summer. So they like, look, I'm finna have these 12 credits in the spring, these 16 credits in the spring, and then I'm gonna also use my summer and I'm gonna go out of town. Summer classes were awesome for getting ahead or for graduating early. And if you do not have financial aid for that, you should definitely talk to your financial aid counselors and see what can be done, so that in the event that you are interested in taking summer classes, you can do that and it'll be paid for. Some students who had to pay out of pocket, they may have only taken 1 or 2 classes, but in the same time, over time, that accumulates. I think it's better to take summer classes when you are a freshman or sophomore, just because, or to take them at a community college during the summer, because community college, way cheaper. But if you are a freshman or a sophomore at your university and you're considering taking summer courses, those are going to be cheaper than taking them as a junior or a senior, because your cost per credit hour is going to increase. So you can finesse it while you're paying less for it. And that's another way that you could pro up. So summer classes for me, they was the plug, okay? That's how I graduated in time. I graduated in 4 years. I took summer courses. I used my summer to go to London. I went to Amsterdam. I took 5 credit math classes. I took conditioning courses as electives. Like, I finessed it all, and y'all can do it too. Summer classes are just the bomb.com. I recommend everybody to take summer classes. And if you know that you might have to pay out of pocket for that and you get a refund during the fall and the spring, kind of make sure you set that aside, as we talked about in our refund videos. If you know that you're going to get a refund check and you may have to pay for your summer courses out of pocket, that's something you definitely want to sit to the side when you get your fall and your spring refund, to take care of that ahead of time so that you're not worried about that. I'm Customized Key, and thanks for tuning in with me. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you will be taking summer classes, also give this video a thumbs up. If you know anybody who this video might help or benefit, please share this video with them. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will catch y'all on the flip side.